Hi Scorpio, welcome to my channel. I'm your host, Tina. So today I am doing your upcoming weekly tarot. This one will be for roughly December 21st to the 27th. Now the 21st, of course, is the beginning of Capricorn season. It is also the winter solstice, and if that's not enough, it is also the day Jupiter and Saturn conjunct in Aquarius, basically marking the ending of the last 20 years and the beginning of a new 20-year cycle. What I'm trying to say is there is a new energy in town this week, and it is here to stay. So let's see what is happening for you this week, Scorpio, the 21st to the 27th. As always, when it comes to the time, I do like to remind people the time is more fluid, and the most important thing with my readings is that it does resonate. So if it does, please just trust that it is for you. So let's see what's happening. Let's give these a few more shuffles. Two more. All right, we are going to stop here. At the bottom, we got your card, Death. Boom, transformation. It's really about rebirth. So, you know, you are ruled by the phoenix, literally rising from the ashes. You rule the 8th house, the house of sex, death, and transformation. So this is your card, absolutely. All right, let's see what the situation is for you this week. What might be a challenge for you? Where's your mind at? What are you focused on? Your approach when it comes to this, any external influences or people that may be affecting you, and then in the near future, what is coming towards you. All right, death is at the bottom. You know, death is death of the ego. The situation this week is temperance. This is being patient, being calm. It's also about having a deeper understanding. That's why you're taking a middle path. You know, it's a card of no extremes. That's what temperance is. It's a card of a moderate approach. Whatever the situation is, you're being patient and you're having a moderate approach to it, right? No extremes. You're neither 100% here or there. It's a blending kind of energy so that nothing is too loud, nothing is too extreme. With temperance, I always use this example, and I will use it, I think, time and time again. But basically, like, a good judge, in my opinion, will temper justice with mercy, right? So that the justice isn't too extreme, and neither is the mercy, right? So it's about that right blend here, but it comes only after a deeper understanding. So you've been through something, and now you're at this place where you have a deeper understanding within yourself, within life. What might be a challenge for you is the Two of Pentacles. I mean, we're going to see the Two of Pentacles is like a balancing act, right? It's flowing with life's changes, and maybe you just have a lot of day-to-day responsibilities, because it is that as well. That's what the Two of Pentacles is. It's just having a lot to juggle. But you're doing a great job, right? But sometimes it's a fine line, this juggling act. So we are going to pull more cards. This way we can understand the energies better. On your mind, we do have the Five of Wands here. So maybe, I don't know, it could be competition. There's other people here. It's a temporary. We have two fives here, actually. So, I mean, death is ultimate change. And fives in numerology both represent change as well. But, you know, this is a card of competition with others. It's a card about disagreeing as well, like opinions disagreeing, opinions clashing, like these characters should be building something together and instead they're kind of fighting, but we'll know more as we go in to clarify. Your approach here is the Five of Cups. Five of Cups is like something sad here, right? Something didn't turn out the way you'd hoped, and there's like a sadness, it can be regret. You know, with the Five of Cups, I always think like forgiveness is needed. And I'm not saying you have to forgive somebody. Sometimes it's within ourselves, right? But there's just a sadness to it about the way things turned out. It's temporary, though, because when you see this card, you can see there are still two good cups, meaning all hope is not lost here. In the environment, we have the Four of Wands. I mean, this is a card of marriage, definitely a card of celebration here. But basically, it's hitting a milestone, right? That's where the celebration comes in, because you have something worth celebrating. It's your hard work paying off here, and that's what's in the environment. It's beautiful energy. 11-11 here. Coming towards you is the Knight of Wands. Something can definitely take you by surprise. Let's go in and clarify. Let's start with temperance as the situation and see what that's about. What is temperance? Okay, all right. Nine of Wands. Okay, persevering, remaining strong here, but tired. Whatever the situation is, it's like you've been through a lot already when it comes to it. And you're still fighting the good fight. It can feel like a test of faith, let me say that. But you're tired at the same time. Oh my God, death did come out. Whew, death did come out. something, I mean, I just feel like something major has changed within you. And I think it's like, of course it's growth, right? Death is really, again, rebirth. It's about letting go of old ways that are no longer serving us, right? That's what it's really about. But death can be really uncomfortable. It can be really heavy as we go through it until we make it to the other side. But something massive has changed here. And for some of you has ended here, quite literally, with death, right? I don't feel like a big ending here. I just feel like it's within yourself. Again, like some version of you, Scorpio, like, you know, death is about letting go of outdated versions of ourselves. I'm not saying that they're not good. They used to be there because we had those versions for a reason, right? Like, it helped us in the past. But past is not today. The past is not tomorrow, right? And so that's why we're letting it go. And I think what's emerging, again, is you're having a deeper understanding here of yourself. But it's still, it's exhausting. It's tiring, but you're standing strong and you're facing it. Even though you might be tired, even though your spirit might be a little tired this week, you're still having the courage to face this. You still have the strength and the perseverance because you have a deeper understanding now. And I feel like it's a deeper understanding even of yourself this week. That's what it really very much feels like. And you're being patient. It's so beautiful. Like, you're persevering and you're being patient through all of it. All right, let's see what might be a challenge here with that Two of Pentacles. Again, it could just be like just having a lot of day-to-day responsibilities. But it's keeping that balance. And maybe it's a fine line to keep that balance. Like, maybe one day you feel balanced and the next day you might feel a little out of balance, you know. And, you know, we could never be totally in balance. It's just not realistic. All right, tell us more about the Two of Pentacles. Okay, all right. Boom, the Tower and Judgment. That's major ending, major changes. The Tower's here, right? The Tower is, first of all, let me say, for me, it's divine intervention. But we have death and the Tower. I just feel like there's some foundation here that could have just changed, right? Like, the Tower is something was built on a false belief, right? It wasn't built on a strong foundation. And so when something's not built on a strong foundation, at one point it is going to fall apart, right? It could even be within yourself. You can have an aha moment. You could be like, I can't believe I didn't see that. I can't believe I didn't realize that, right? I can't believe that that was what was holding me back. And for some reason, I just feel like this is within you, Scorpio. I really do. Because Judgment is here. Judgment is literally rising from the ashes. It's a higher calling for yourself. It's knowing that a way of being is no longer serving you. It's taking a good hard look at your life as well here. And I just feel like maybe for some of you, day-to-day is getting in the way as well. It could be a big decision that you need to make. You know, Judgment is a big judgment call for yourself. Like, these people are literally rising from their tombs, all right? So it's to say, like, it's about a certain way of being that's no longer serving our highest good. And I just feel like, you know, with the Tower here, it could just be like even a belief system, right? It's something is just like the Tower comes and it shakes us. It shakes us to the point where we have to react and we have to respond. And maybe you have a big judgment to make because of this Tower, whatever that means for you. And you could just be unsure of what that judgment call is. You could just be going back and forth with it as well. But a major shakeup here, something major, I feel like is ending here as well. Again, for a lot of you, I just feel like it's within you. Something you thought is just not the case, just something that just shakes our foundation. It shakes us, you know. Even it can be like, there's levels to every card, of course, but you know, the Tower can be traumatic. It can be traumatic, like, while we go through it, but it's a card of divine intervention. Make no mistake. Like, if you look at this card, there is, I'm going to show you up here at this corner, there's a lightning from the sky. That's divine intervention. It's doing for us what we should have done. It's that kind of energy, right? It's clearing the way, but all we see at first is that something fell apart, right? That something just came crumbling down. But what it's really doing is clearing the way to make space for something much stronger, something sturdy that cannot be shaken. So the foundation just makes the space for something better to enter your life. All right, with where your mind is at, we have the Five of Wands here. So the Five of Wands. You could just be conflicted within yourself. Again, I feel like there is a little bit of, you've got a judgment call to make, and I feel like for some of you, it's just like unsure of, even though I know with judgment, you already know what you should be doing, for sure. It's just, it's so uncomfortable. Yeah. All right, let's see what this Five of Wands is about for where your mind is at. Okay. Ah, my God. Another Five of Wands, King of Swords. Okay, yeah. The Lovers is at the bottom. You could definitely be dealing with a Gemini, a significant other. It's a big choice here, and it might be following your heart for some of you, but in your mind, you're conflicted. You're conflicted right now in your mind. I mean, clarifying the Five of Wands, we got another Five of Wands. It's just a double confirmation. They're temporary energies, but you're conflicted about with the King of Swords. What's it cut out? I feel like there's something that needs to be cut out here. And you're just like, it might just be really hard to do that. But, you know, King of Swords has a lot of strategy, a lot of experience that they can draw on when they make decisions. You know, they hold that sword here. Very rational, they're very logical. Very rational, very logical. You know, so far, I mean, the only cups I see is the ones that have spilt over. So I feel like emotions right now, just major life changes. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcanas here. So, and these represent major life stages. The other cards are like our day-to-days, and they're more temporary energies. These are bigger. These Death, Temperance, Judgment, the Tower, these are bigger energies. But yeah, right now your mind is just like, it's very like rational, it's very logical, but you're still kind of conflicted within your space. You're just like, I'm not sure what needs to be cut out. I don't know what the next move is, what the next step is. Sometimes we don't know, not today. And sometimes the answer comes to us. Let's see, your approach here is the Five of Cups. So let's see what that's about. You know, but the King of Swords is nobody's fool. Let me say that. You cannot win in a fight with the King of Swords. No, they have too much experience. They're too sharp. They're too strong. But, you know, it's also a card of, like, passing judgment. All right, let's see what that is. Oh, the Empress is here in your approach. That's beautiful. That's ready to give birth to something new. It's a very abundant energy. You know, the Empress basically gives birth to things that are original and authentically yours. Something, and what is that? Like a baby, right? That's, of course, original and authentically yours. But it's a creative project as well. But it's something just like a baby that will take time to develop and time to grow. There's a very nurturing energy about it. And this is another major arcana, so it's just a major week here. There's healing. She also speaks of healing energy. So if there is a sadness here, it's like it's undergoing healing right now. It could be like a regret. It could be just like of how things turned out. You know, it just feels like a loss, right? It's an emotional loss. All right, tell us more about the Five of Cups and the Empress. All right, we are going to stop here to clarify. The Sun, though, the happiest card is at the bottom. The happiest card is at the bottom. The Three of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like you're whatever that sadness was that I think is still here. You're still kind of going through it. You're still healing from it. It's undergoing healing right now, and you're in this place where you're ready to work together, build something together here. That Three of Pentacles is a collaborative energy. It's an energy of teamwork. Everybody contributing to the team and everybody being respectful for what they bring and what they offer. But it's coming together and building something together here. And even for some of you, I mean, it could be a project with somebody else that you're wanting to give birth to, that you're wanting to create and collaborate on. But either way, it's stepping into a healing energy, stepping into a more positive direction here. You know, but there is heaviness. There is heaviness here. But the Empress, again, is a very abundant energy. It's a very fertile energy. And that's what you're embracing. That's your approach here. You're like, okay, well, you know what? I'm ready to start healing something, whether it's within yourself, whether it's within a group dynamic here, whether you're wanting to create something with other people. But there is something about building something and creating something here in your approach. All right, in the environment, beautiful Four of Wands. I mean, again, it's something worth celebrating. It is hard work paying off. It could be a marriage. There's a milestone that is achieved here. So Tell us more about the Four of Wands in the environment. All right, let's see. 2 more. Okay. We're going to stop here to clarify the Four of Wands in your environment. 5 of Swords, Page of Wands. All these fives. I mean, what can I say? Things are obviously changing. We have sudden change. We have slower transformation. And then we have all these 5. We have every 5. No, almost. Almost, excuse me. All right, the 5 of Swords. You could have had a fight with some loved ones here. Definitely. And it could be a foundation here that's so important in your life. Because, you know, it's ruled by Venus. You know, that's loved ones. And now you're like looking in a new direction with that Page of Wands. It's like you had a fight here. With some foundation here. There's like a foundation that's very important in your life. And there's been a fight. And it's the kind of fight, like with the 5 of Swords, that no matter what, like nobody really walks away feeling good. Like even whoever won, it doesn't feel good. Like no matter who it is, it just doesn't feel good. Nobody feels really great after this fight, right? It's that kind of energy. But again, it's a temporary energy because it will shift out. 5s always represent change. And that being said, we have the Page of Wands here. This is you starting to look in a new direction. Definitely. And some of you could have had a fight with a young fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. But I really feel like in your environment, I think if you haven't been open to it before, you're starting to be open to some new direction for yourself. You're really starting to see the potential in it. It could have been a place where you hadn't seen potential in a new direction before. But now you're really starting to see there's a chance for growth here. There's something like you're curious. You're definitely open to something new here. And there was a fight here as well. But you're starting to really, again, look into this new direction. You're getting curious. There's growth and there's potential here and you're seeing it. You are seeing that. Coming towards you, we have a lot of wands here. So there's a lot of passion. There's a lot of like, it could be a lot of opinions, a lot of passion here. It's a lot of, you know, willpower and determination. There's just a lot of that. Coming towards you though is that Knight of Wands. It can be something that takes you by surprise. It can be another fire sign. Again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The Knight of Wands is just like an impulsive energy. It's like an act first, think later, but it's also a very fun energy. It's a very adventurous energy. So let's see, what's this Knight of Wands about? Okay. Of course we will take you. 6 of Swords. 7 of Swords, yeah. There's a situation here, and it definitely can be related to your environment, that you're just like, you're like, I need to get out of it. You don't like it anymore. And it's like you kind of want to get out of it as quickly as possible here with the 7 of Swords, like even willing to cut your losses if need be. But it's creating strategy. And why? Because like now at this point, you know, you've moved on from the 5 of Swords to the 6 of Swords, right? And so the 6 of Swords is like being in a state of transition. Knowing, like you just know in your head that like at this point, it's in your best interest to move on. The emotional waters have been too choppy and you can't stay there. And you just have the mental strength at this point to know that it's not serving your highest good. There's really an element of like something here not serving our highest good. It's outdated and it's time to move into this new direction. But you do so not with excitement, you know, it's with a heaviness. But it's like at this point you just know what you have to do, and it kind of is what it is. Like you can't stay in this place of conflict for too long, or conflict and chaos for some of you. And it's like knowing that like it's what's in your best interest for all to move on. So it's like you're basically, ultimately what this is saying is you're in a state of transition. You are in a state of transition, but I feel like you are ready to give birth to something. And for some of you, really collaborate with somebody here. Yeah, you're definitely in a state of transition, and you're just going through the motions, but you're standing strong. Life has given you a test of faith, but you are having the courage and you're persevering. And again, it's that state of transition. So I will leave it there for you, Scorpio. I really do hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please comment, like, and subscribe. As always, thank you so much for letting me tune into your energies. I'll see you all next week.